Welcome to 2020 Block of the Month for the Sewing Studio. This year we're doing a new technique using 2.5-inch squares and 2.5-inch half square triangles on interfacing. So you will have a copy of what fabric is what, so that's what all of these letters are. Then you will get a layout of what your panel looks like. We will do 6 panels to make this beautiful quilt. So your first kit will contain all of these fabrics. All of these with 2 letters will be half square triangles. And in a minute I'm going to show you how to make 8 half square triangles out of each of these 6-inch squares. This fabric right here you're going to cut into all 2.5-inch squares. This one you're going to cut into 2.5-inch squares. Anne was gracious and cut these for you so you don't have to cut these. All of this is done with 2.5-inch squares or half square triangles. And that's where when you start to put it on your panel, we will, I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. So then, because of the panels, some of your blocks will lap over to the next panel. So you're going to need a save bag, because some of these half square triangles that you've made here will be used next month. So make you a save bag and keep that so you don't have to go back and look for more fabric, because you will have plenty. So to make, we will have in your kit a sheet of paper that tells you how many squares you need of A, how many you need of J, and how many half square triangles that you need. So let's get started in making our half square triangles. So we're going to take our 6-inch squares, and then we're going to put them together. You're going to draw corner to corner on this. The red lines here represent the sew line, so you're going to sew a 1/4 inch on each side of the blue line. Then we're going to go back, and the black lines here represent where we're going to cut. So we're going to cut on the diagonals here, up and down and across. So we're going to end up with 8 half square triangles. Fast way to make half square triangles. So then you're going to press those. Before I always press mine after I sew them, but then you're going to take them, put the dark on the top, white or your lighter color on the bottom, and press those out. Be sure and take your iron and press this way, because you want it to be flat here. Don't just take your iron and lay it there, because it will crease right there and your half square triangle will not be large enough. So, and then we're going to press. Then now we're going to cut those down, because they are just a little bit larger. So that's why we recommended this little 2.5-inch ruler. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your angle and you're going to put, you're not going to measure 2.5 this way. This is 2.5, so we're going to do this side first. We're going to put the diagonal line on the 45 diagonal line on our thing, and we're going to cut here. And then we're going to cut here. Then we're going to rotate this, and we're going to put the other diagonal here. And cut. And there we have our perfect 2.5-inch square, half square triangle. So now let's figure out how we're going to put this on our interfacing. All right, I forgot to tell you, this will be in your kit also, unless you bought all of them at once, and you will have yours at home. But if you bought it 1 month at a time, it's going to be in your kit. But this is what we're going to use. There is a bumpy side and a smooth side. So we're going to put our squares and half square triangles on the bumpy side, because that's where the adhesive is. So I took and I put top on mine in case I go away and don't look at it for a few days, come back and decide to work. So this is my top. There are numbers along here, and there's numbers along here. The layout that you get for your block has panel numbers here and here, so you know where you're placing each of those. So when we start, we know that we need a fabric A here, because you're going to have another chart that tells you which, on this page right here, there's going to be another one that tells you from this schematic what color it is. So A will correspond with this. B corresponds with the white. And you will see that when you get that piece of paper. So we know that we need, if we do this, we need an A, B, 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 A, B, 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 A. This is the dotted side up. So once you lay that out, you're going to take and put a dab of glue on these just to hold them. And when I did this panel, I did from here to here. Got that, checked it, double checked it, made sure it was right. And then you're going to go in and press those. When you do your half square triangles, you want to make sure that your points are here and here on each of those. So when you sew it, those points will be where they need to be, okay? So now, after we've done all of this, I want to show you. So here is this panel, and I've checked it and rechecked it. And then you go in and you take your applique sheet, and it just helps to press with something over this. So take your applique sheet and iron this. Okay? Be careful not to move those, but you're just going to press those. Move your applique sheet over and do it again. You just want to make sure that they're pressed down and the glue is all stuck down. Then go to the next panel. Next section of your panel, I should say. So we're going to work on this. So you go and you check where your half square triangles go, and you put those, because that's going to tell, your little pattern is going to tell you where all of those are. Then, so down here, I want to show you how this works, because I wanted to get this pretty much finished for you before we did. So I've lost my white. There's two whites here. Then this is the point of my star. So I'm going to make sure that these are lined up here and here, here and here. Take my glue, place it in, then we'll go back and press again. Once you get all of that done, you've checked it once or twice, then we're going to go in and we're going to start our sewing. So you're going to do horizontal lines first. So you go here, you sew this 1/4 of an inch. We have those little clear 1/4 inch feet that really make this easy, because you can see exactly where you're going. Then you're going to do the next one all the way across. Then you come back and you snip that little seam here, 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 all of those rows. Then you're going to go back in and you're going to turn this, you're going to press one this way and this way, just like you're doing to nest your normal blocks. You want one press this way, one this way, this way, this way. So we're going to, after we do that, you're going to go in and you're going to sew this. Okay? So you're going to sew here, go all the way down, and then you will trim, or you can wait till the end before to start putting the blocks, the panels together. Wait till the end to trim these. I think that might keep our edges a little bit sharper if we wait to trim until we're ready to put our quilt together. So if you have any questions on this, we're going to check the calendar. We're going to have a work day. You can come in and just bring your panels and work, or we're here for answering questions. And remember, here at the studio, we're always here to help you with your projects. Thank you. Happy sewing.